Episode 12, The Crucifixion, Love on a Cross. The hands that healed the blind were pierced. The feet that walked on water were nailed. The voice that spoke life cried out in silence. This is not just a story of pain, it's the story of love poured out on a cross. This is the crucifixion of Jesus. It was morning when they led him away. Beaten, mocked, crowned with thorns, they placed a heavy wooden cross on his shoulders and led him outside the city to Golgotha. Along the way, he stumbled. A man named Simon of Cyrene was forced to carry the cross behind him. The crowd jeered, some wept, and yet he kept walking. When they reached the hill, the soldiers stripped him of his robe. They laid him on the wood and drove the nails through his hands and his feet. They lifted the cross into place, and there, between two criminals, the Son of God hung. Above his head was a sign: Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. The religious leaders scoffed. "If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." But he stayed. The soldiers cast lots for his clothes. One of the criminals hurled insults, but the other whispered, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus said, "Truly, I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." Below him stood Mary, his mother, and the disciple John. Jesus looked down and said, "Woman, behold your son. Son, behold your mother." Even in agony, he cared for them. Then the sky grew dark. For 3 hours, the light vanished, and Jesus cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" The earth shook. The temple curtain tore in two, and finally, he said, "It is finished." With one last breath, he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. A Roman centurion, watching it all, whispered, "Truly, this man was the Son of God." They took his body down, wrapped it in linen, and laid him in a borrowed tomb. A stone was rolled across the entrance, and silence fell over the earth. On a hill called Golgotha, love was nailed to wood, life was given for the world, and hope was buried. But this was not the end. The grave could not hold him. The story was only beginning.